For more on Donald Trump and the looming fight over gun control on Capitol Hill, we turn to Azi Paybarah, a senior reporter at Politico, New York. Good morning to you, Azi.
Good morning.
So let's talk about the votes upcoming.
Sure.
The spotlight is certainly on the Senate right now. There are two gun control measures moving forward. Two are backed by Republicans, two are backed by Democrats, is how I should have phrased that.
Yes, exactly.
What do you think is going to happen? Will something pass? Could there be a compromise, given that we have everybody backing
You
something?
have Republicans in the majority, so they have a chance to pass something. Democrats want to block the sale of guns to people that are on a suspected terror list. Republicans want to delay it. What they would say is, if someone is on one of these lists and wants to buy a gun, it would trigger an alarm to the Department of Justice that would have about 3 days to get a judge, to convince a judge to block that sale. Democrats say that kind of delay, not enough. Democrats have a few other things that they want to do, but Republicans are the majority, so they're going to run the show.
Meanwhile, we've got Donald Trump saying he's going to meet with the NRA about this no-fly, no-buy issue. Do you expect that to move the needle at all?
Not really, because when you talk about no-fly, no-buy, what the NRA focuses on is the idea of due process. Yeah. They say, well, we don't want to block anyone unfairly. You know, unlike in terms of an immigration ban or a Muslim ban, now they say due process. So what they want to do is say that you have to look a lot further, and they're caught up in this idea of Washington red tape. Government really can't do this, and they're going to water it down to the point that it's going to be useless.
He already has a complicated relationship with the GOP. So how does this affect things, his support?
Donald Trump protecting gun rights actually helps him with Republicans. When he talks about judges and their ethnicity and banning Muslims, that makes it a lot more complicated. When he makes a broad statement about protecting gun rights, it sounds appealing to a broader audience, but when he talks about the details, that's where everything sort of falls apart, and it becomes a very traditional standard Republican position.
The GOP chairman, Reince Priebus, says the reports of friction are pure fiction.
Right.
What is actually there, and what of this talk of reviving the Never Trump movement?
The Republican chairman saying that there's no problem is exactly what he's supposed to be doing.
Yes.
But there actually is a very real problem. There are Trump supporters who have either taken themselves off the air or have appeared on television in order to say, we don't agree with his statements. His poll numbers are slipping in some areas. He's still ahead in Florida. It's still a toss-up there. And in North Carolina, he's still ahead. But he has a problem when he attacks other people based on their ethnicity, and he stops talking about Hillary Clinton's shortcomings.
Yeah. All right, Azi Paybarah, thanks so much for being with us this morning.
Thank you.
Tomorrow morning on Face the Nation here on CBS, John Dickerson's guests will include presumptive Republican nominee Donald Trump, Wayne LaPierre, Executive Vice President and CEO of the National Rifle Association, and U.S. Attorney General Loretta Lynch.